I can choose between scenario 9 and scenario 10 on my way to scenario 11. Let's go with 9. I'll presumably have to be 10 at a later point, but let's start out with 9. Go in order. So 9, the crown. Find the crown before Roland's heroes find it. Archibald will need the crown for the final battle with Roland. Have the Dragon Alliance, the help of the Necromancers Guild, and a choice of 3 factions: Necromancers, Warlocks, or Barbarians. Castles to begin with. I think I'll go with the Barbarian and try to finish this quickly, although this may of course not work out in the slightest. We shall see. I have to find the crown, and as such I'll have to go for the obelisks and then dig. Spies report Roland has sent a hero to search for the crown. If he finds it first, all is lost. Here's Pig's Eye. What a wonderful name. Here's Brother Brax, whom I cannot recruit quite yet because I already have a hero in this castle. Let's build the statue to begin with, to get that additional bit of income. And begin exploring. Can't quite fight the halflings. So I might as well use Jacqueline to pick up the experience. Should I really? Or should I take Brother Brax instead? Although he's got necromancy, which doesn't really figure all too well into this situation. Though admittedly leveling him up does sound tempting. He starts at level 5, so he could just go around, collect some more experience and have a crushing advantage over any other heroes. But I guess I'll just have to level Jacqueline up all the way there. On her own. Level 2, more attack, pathfinding or diplomacy. Diplomacy does sound tempting. I would need a powerful army, and then I would have an eclectic mix of units from all sorts of castles. I'm not sure that is particularly wise. Because then I would presumably have to have leadership. I could just go for pathfinding and expert. Logistics and basic scouting. Give me logistics. Need to get around. Visit the witch doctor and you, Brother Brax. Flag those mines. Pick up the resource, flag the gem mine, and here we have lots of archers. Defeating them is not going to be simple. Learn that spell. You can't learn the spell magic. Alas, you don't have a spell book. Lots of archers. We're not really going anywhere until we get a force capable of defeating either the archers or the halflings. And the archers are tier 2. You come upon an obelisk made of a type of stone you have never seen before. Yeah. The smooth surface gives way, you see an inscription, quickly you copy it down, it vanishes abruptly. There's a forest! A forest there to the east! Okay, a forest, so it could be this spot, or it could be anything, really. I have a sneaking suspicion that it might be this crack. But what do I know? I could send Brother Brax to dig there soon enough, and it would be hilarious if I were to say beat this within a week. But it's not outside of the realm of possibility that that would just finish the mission. It would be hilarious, as I have already mentioned. Alright, let's get those other units. Might as well go for the stick hut to get ranged units, really? Not for Adobe. I need all these 3 to get the trolls from the bridge. Thankfully, these do not put too much of a strain on my resources. I don't know, do I want ogres? They're dreadfully slow. They're tier 4, but horribly slow. The wolves, on the other hand, are vicious and quick. Maybe I should get them instead of the orcs. Fine, I'll build them in order anyway. Let's get the orcs. Move them into your army. You can build the den, but you won't be able to recruit many wolves. And you can recruit fall. You know what? That's fine for now. Do I go for the halflings or for the archers? The archers, unfortunately, are more of a threat. Let's go for the halflings. I know that there's quite a few of them. Beating them might be difficult. I think that's between 20 and 49. But I don't want to lose time. Let's move Brother Brax over here. And he'll get right on with digging as soon as possible. Defeat the halflings. Any spells at your disposal? Of course not, because you're a barbarian. Thankfully, you have plenty of attack, so you just might be able to crush them with pure brute strength. Down go the halflings. And down will go all the orcs, of course. Oh no! Oh, this was a questionable move. I can't get the wolves through here. Oh, so many units will die. Needlessly. Come on, wolves. Oh no. Oh, the indignity. I will, of course, prevail, but the terrain was working against me. Plus some goblins and some orcs. It doesn't really matter all that much, does it? Well, there we go. All the other resources up there. Brother Brax, position yourself. You will begin digging soon enough. Is this really wise, though? Shouldn't I instead have him get the resources? I probably should. It would really be a smart move. Instead of just blindly rushing the objective. It's just an inkling I have. If it's wrong, it's going to be a horrible waste of time, and I don't intend to immediately reload the level. It's a bit silly. If it's a fixed static location, then you might as well presumably just figure out where it is, then restart the level and dig though, but what's the fun in that? Message from Archibald: do not dare to return without my crown. Alright then. Oh, that's a very complicated question. After all, Archibald was legally, officially, considered to office by the Seers, so that is not to be underestimated. According to the rules of succession, he is the rightful ruler. Now, there are those who claim that the entire thing was rigged, but of course, that is considered a conspiracy theory. Also, I've just realized that even though the audio is unbearably loud, I presumably can turn it down from within the game instead of having to go out. Either way, there's a patch of terrain here, some trees, and there are trees to the east. So could it be this crack? It could be any crack, presumably. A patch of terrain. Oh, I'm sorry. No, the only control of volume you have. No, you can. No, alas, you cannot turn down the volume of the music if you pick CD audio, so there's that. Wrong map. Is this grass or sand? I think it's grass. It's not it might be dirt, for all I know. Yeah, it was bound to happen at some point. That's the whole problem with the primogeniture system. I think that's how you pronounce it, although I have very little conviction in that. Yeah, the eldest brother takes everything. Who'd think? I mean, I get it. You don't want to divide the kingdom needlessly into tiny little parts ruled by little petty nobles, in case your king wants to have more progeny. But seriously, obviously, if the eldest brother gets everything, that's going to create a decent bit of bad blood. Unless, of course, some unsavory moves get undertaken. As they were historically. I know, you could bind the old brother and throw him into a deep and dark pit, gouge his eyes out and so on. Oh, I'm sorry, of course. In Heroes of Might and Magic, there was an election as far as the descendants were concerned. That is a good point, yes. So I guess I'm getting ahead of myself. The alternative system is also bad. You could have a stable system where you decide who gets to rule, but even that stable system does not necessarily lead to stable outcomes. Because even if it's straightforward who is supposed to be the ruler, that's not necessarily how things pan out. But yes, the seers, of course, in free elections have decided which of the king's sons was to be the ruler, which is interesting because it is still hereditary monarchy, but with a twist. It's hereditary and elective at the same time. Ordinarily you have one or the other. Ordinarily you either vote your monarch in from a number of nobles, notably you have systems where any noble could possibly be king, or you just have the run-of-the-mill hereditary monarchy, but over here they have both. And yeah, of course the system is unstable, of course it leads to dreadful outcomes. They pretty much always do, no matter how you decide who gets to be in charge. That still leads to all sorts of undesirable outcomes, doesn't it? Tanistry. I would have to look that one up. Now I know of elective monarchy, and that's about the extent of my unusual historical trivia knowledge. I know that famously that was the system present in the good old Polish Republic. Well, the Republic of both nations and so on. But yes, I guess when enough is at stake, whether it be money or power, it tends to lead to plenty of strife, plenty of conflict. I guess the best you can do is to keep the rules as clear as they can possibly be. And even then people will be upset. And of course people will insist that the rules are unfair, that the system is rigged. If it happens in video games, why shouldn't it happen when more important things are at stake? The Visigoth Kingdom of Toledo in the early Middle Ages was also elective. That's good. I mean, that's interesting. I will turn the volume down the tiniest of bits, because otherwise this is just going to get on my nerves. And the last thing I need is to be constantly agitated by such a silly thing. Oh, by the way, I have already turned it down preemptively. So I guess I'll just turn it down a smidgen more. Wow. Alright, fingers crossed. This doesn't really seem all that much quieter, but there you go. I do appreciate the history lesson. Yeah, it's one of those quirks of mine. I do adore what other people might construe as completely useless knowledge. Yeah, I guess most people just refer to that as trivia. All I get out of it are amusing anecdotes that I can then possibly bring up at the most inopportune of moments. What do I even want out of this? I can't build the bridge because I neither have the ore nor the gold. I basically have nothing. Getting all that ore is going to be difficult. I would have to head all the way southwest. And getting there is going to take a bit of time. I could build a marketplace. I don't necessarily look forward to that. Let's upgrade the stick hut for now. I will do that anyway. Might as well do it soon. Oh, let's get some resources from the windmill. Presumably the dwarves are not going to be particularly pleased with me. But... I was about to say that that's not necessarily particularly important or horrifying, but the dwarves seem to be everywhere. Now, if only I could get my hands on some dragons, that would be great. It's my dear allies. Alright, before I fight any more halflings, I might as well try to get some reinforcements. It is week 7. Sorry, not week 7, day 7 of the first week. Oh, look! The town of Sherman. Now, unfortunately, I do not have the forces to take it, but at least now I know it's there. Oh, and lots of ghosts guarding an artifact. That artifact is presumably going to stay there for the longest time. The last thing I need is to lose plenty of units to ghosts. That tends to go rather poorly. You really have to know what you're doing to face ghosts. I've learned that much the hard way. Let's get all the orcs. Some goblins, whatever. And a single ogre. I'm so low on resources. At least the terrain is not getting in the way. The obstruction provided by those cliffs last time was unbearable. The goblins are too slow to get to where they want to be, even if they get an extra turn. But that pales in comparison to the ogres. They'll never get there to begin with. They'll never make their way to the halflings. The fight will be long over before they've only made a single move. Eesh. There's something to be said about speed. How lovely, how quaint. If only I could find a gold mine, that would be absolutely brilliant. But alas, alas. That might not happen anytime soon. A horde of peasants. Says Brother brags to check which skill is granted by the witch's hut. Do I need reinforcements to slay that horde of I presumably can fight the peasants as is. the pathetically weak. I can upgrade the Adobe. She'll grant some speed to the ogres. I might just leave out the ogres from my forces. With them being so slow. Although, no, they couldn't replace the goblins. So does that. I'll have to get the bridge, but once again, that's 20 all. And 4k gold. Not that much gold. A decent chunk of all. I'll need 10 days. No, hold on. The all mine gives 2 every turn, so that's 5 days. That is indeed a good point. It would be a brilliant quality of life improvement, wouldn't it? You go to the witch's hut and you get a message saying, hey, this witch could teach you this and that. Are you interested? Now, for all I know, in future installments, what am I talking about? Future installments, in later installments, this has already been implemented, hasn't it? Or has it? Haven't been on top of the Heroes of Might and Magic series for a while now. I'm pretty sure in Heroes of Might and Magic 3 that's not how it works. But presumably in some other part of the franchise, must have been done. No? It's always random and you'll never get a... Well, I guess when you enter the witch's hut... You're just going to learn whether you like it or not. It's just gonna happen. There we go. Obviously the sort of feature people would mod in. This teaches ballistics. I find that highly useful. Oh look, I found all. How delectable. Now the worst part about this situation is that I have to go all the way around to reach the castle. Because of this tiny little bit not being pathable. But the very next turn I'll be able to build the bridge. That's good news. Let's learn ballistics. No spell will be learned because I unfortunately do not have at my disposal a spell book. Let's fight the peasants. I'm not going to put this off. I need to collect all of this and get a move on. Do I actually want to fight the peasants? I do not. Let's get everything and just let Brother Brax get the reinforcements. Leadership or navigation? Leadership, please. Logistics unadvanced. Presumably this will be on offer to buy at a reasonable or not so reasonable price. Alright, this turn we are getting the bridge, and at our disposal shall be trolls. However, it would be preferable to upgrade them before recruiting them, making the entire trip with Brother Brax rather pointless, although I can get all the other units. How much is the pyramid? I believe it costs crystal. 20 crystal? Yes, and also 20 all, so I'm not getting it anytime soon. Somewhat unfortunate. I could also build the marketplace. Oh, the marketplace does not require all, only wood. That's moderately handy. I could also build the shipyard with a decent bit of wood. Not sure I want to get ships, although they could presumably help me to get around this island of ours. We'll see. It's day 7. So I might as well wait until next week, recruit what I can, and then head out. Responding to cries for help, you find river sprites, making a sport of dunking an old man, ah yes. Feeling vengeful, you rescue the man and drag a sprite onto dry land for a while. The sprite, uncomfortable in the air, gives you a magic pendant to let him go. And it's the pendant of free will. Excellent. Lots of mutant zombies. I'm not fighting that. Trees. I have no idea what this is, though it's somewhat dark. And this is somewhat light. Alright, what types of terrain do you think these are? By this point I should know, but once again, I haven't played Heroes of Might and Magic 2 in a reasonably long while. Then again, possibly you haven't touched it for a long while either. Now it hazard a guess that presumably the brown one is dirt, and the light one might be grass, although for all I know it could be sand. These tend to be reasonably samey, and since this is a monochrome it can be tough to tell, but presumably it's a different shade. Yeah, I was wondering whether this was sand or grass, but it might just be sand. Alright, so it's sand, presumably dirt, and trees. Yeah, I've been wondering whether it could be possibly this little spot, this little crack right here. It would make a degree of sense too. You would have this bit of dirt, you'd have the trees over here, and then this little crack. But no, hold on. No, here's what we assumed to be the sand, and the trees are right there. So there would have to be trees to the east of sand, which I find difficult to believe. There are no trees here. It could be somewhere around here. This could be the sand and these could be the trees. Although then you'd get this mountain chain. Yeah, maybe the mountain chain is hidden. And for all I know, it could be this crack or that crack. Or this one, for that matter. No, probably not. No. Since this is on the very edge. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. It's day 7. Might as well end the turn. Get those reinforcements. Obviously, I don't want to recruit the trolls before upgrading them. Which is going to be annoying. It's going to only take 3 days to get that upgrade. Unless I trade resources right here and right now. But I don't want to trade resources. If I trade away the crystals, and then I give up on the idea of erecting the pyramid quickly enough. But I guess it's always a give and take. Once again, I could recruit ogres, but they're just so useless. I'll lay things at that. Ballistics or scouting? Scouting seems more and more tempting, but no. Oh, that's hilarious. Because these structures look so alike. You have the witch doctor's hut over here. There used to be a campfire there. And over here you have the exact same layout. Maybe it is a random spot on the map. That would make sense, because then, for at least most spots, you would have tiles that could possibly have you reached the wrong sort of conclusion. Okay, I can try to fight the rangers, but I'm not sure that's the brightest of ideas. They shoot twice, and there's lots of them. At the very least, I should get reinforcements before I try that. Oh dear. Immunity to paralysis doesn't seem to mean much, but then again I don't have better artifacts to stick with, so I don't know. The mutant zombies are annoying, but are they annoying enough to just avoid them straightforwardly right now? Just less annoying than the rangers. And there's only lots of these zombies. I presumably can take them out. Of course I can. They're tier 2 and I have 19 wolves and such. This is going to be straightforward enough. I'll have some losses, almost certainly, but it's going to be fine. Mostly because I'm using a might hero here. So plenty of damage shall be dished out. Pathetic. Of course the wolves attack twice. And of course the orcs get attacked. I've lost a single one, which is somewhat okay. Let's try to run away with the orc. Try to protect the orcs as much as I can, in general. Down they go, 2 orcs lost. Not the worst of scenarios. Now let's conquer this little town. I need the resources. Do I actually need the resources? Might as well have them. Let's send Brother Brax for the reinforcements. I can presumably upgrade the bridge, can't get the pyramid because I need more gold. Yes, I need a smidgen more gold, but I do need more ore as well. Fine, upgrading the bridge. Nice. Not the weakest of forces, but easy enough to handle. Eight archers go down, that's really not good enough. There we go. Slay the peasants. Done. Wisdom or navigation? Wanted neither. Guess we're taking wisdom on a barbarian, or are we? We want to set sail? Let's set sail. We're not going to be casting too many spells. Several liches, oh boy, but they're guarding a gold mine. And of course, I need ore and wood in order to be able to upgrade this paltry little town into anything more worthwhile. It's going to take a lot of time. 9 turns to just get the resources necessary for this. And that's assuming I don't spend any ore in the meantime. Eesh. Fine, let's head on out and get the reinforcements from Brother Brax, who should be... Who am I kidding? It's not even there to pick up the reinforcements, let alone ferry them over. So we'll have to build the shipyard and sail the seas. Oh, of course. 1 unit of all, and I can get upgraded ogres. In that case, let's just wait until next turn, predictably enough. As much as I would love to get the pyramid, it'll just have to wait. I don't have enough gold to get that. Of course I don't. Of course I don't. It's the week of the aardvark. Get more trolls. Can't afford any more orc chiefs. That's great. Pathetic. But I guess the 13 trolls had to do it anyway. It's a sizable falls. Where do we go? North? I could head all the way back though to the west and try to get that gold mine to get more resources and access to this obelisk. I think a smarter idea is to actually go for that shipyard, although I can't afford it now because I don't have the gold of all things. Fine, let's defeat the goblins, see the obelisk over there. And send Brother Brax to get the reinforcements. That's what he's good for. There we go. Check this out. There's a well over there. That should anchor us quite nicely. A well, some trees, some more trees. Well. I see no well here. Unless the crown must be elsewhere. Do I get the shipyard and set sail with Brother Brax, or do I just get the reinforcements? Presumably I should just get the reinforcements. Otherwise my main hero may die and this entire house of cards may fall crumbling down. As they all too often are want to do. People seem to have very little faith in houses of cards, I've noticed. Anytime they'll mention they'll mention there's something that is absolutely unstable. Oh look, a well. Oh my goodness, I completely forgot the shortcut for this map. Right, there's a well, there are some trees over there to the south of the well. There are trees over here and over there. Yeah, this is basically it. This is it right here. So it must be dirt that's light. And the grass that's dark. Or it might be some other well. Is this the spot? Well, trees. Something, trees over here. Light here. Trees, trees. No, this is not the well. Otherwise, it would be trees. Well, I don't think this is it. We would also see this lake. So this is probably eerily similar, but not the spot. That's 2 more tiles, I believe. Ah. This may very well be grass. There is a change of terrain, though. There's something to the south, something completely different to the north, and a well over here in this corner. Lots of dwarves, oh boy. Doesn't sound like the most trivial of fights, but might as well go for that. But first, let's give Meredith here, sorry, Jacqueline here, the reinforcements. Okay, the trolls are getting the job done. With all of the bad faith arguments. Can I get the pyramid now? Yes, I can. Day 7, the pyramid has been acquired. I can now recruit the Cyclopses. Or rather, I will be able to as soon as I get the gold to do so. Oh look, this has been flagged in blue. I am now reconquering these mines, which is a bad sign. That means that soon enough I'll bump into the enemy units. There's a wizard though. I don't like that. Lots of pikemen. Sounds like a risky proposition. Can I actually take them on? Let's assume that I can. They're tier 3, aren't they? I should be able to take them on. I can take them on. I absolutely can take them on, especially with a Might Hero. Once again, something to really keep in mind. Might Heroes dish the damage out magnificently. That's just obscene amounts of damage. Eagle Eye, ballistics and expert. Ballistics and expert, please. Alright. One type of terrain, some trees, different type of terrain. And a well. What well is it? Well, look, the enemy wizard is... Oh. Hey, Myra's really weak. I can cut her off at the pass. Assuming there is a pass of it. Presumably there's a pass. Oh! The dwarves decided to attack, actually. Might not have been the wisest of choices in the existence. Now, surely... It's brave, but foolish. But then again, I understand the motivation. Their morale is high. They think they're fighting for what is right. And they all die. Pointlessly. Alright, let's fend off Myra. As I get even more reinforcements. As soon as I get enough oil, I need to upgrade this little town. All the way up. No, come here, Myra. I'd like to have a little conversation with you. More trolls. More orcs. Yeah, of course, and more cyclopses. There's 6 of them to recruit. 6 of them! I completely forgot about that. My fervor. And all the enthusiasm. Desperately trying to recruit all the trolls. Fine. As soon as I get the cyclopses, I'm heading north. Now, don't you dare just cast a spell and flee. That was gruesome! That's 6 trolls down the drain. Alright, that tells me basically nothing new. 2 different types of terrain, one darker to the north and a well. Two more cyclopses. Soon enough, soon. Presumably the very next turn I'll have enough to be able to recruit all the cyclopses in town. Oh. At the castle. The town is a separate problem entirely. Now, unfortunately, the regular and upgrade dwarves are just too slow. Another obelisk. Trees and the terrain over here. I still don't know. I need to explore more of the map. It's as simple as that. Leadership or scouting. I'm tempted to actually take scouting on my main hero, considering what I'm doing. Let's do just that. It's the ultimate artifact. It can be many things. In this case, it's the ultimate crown. Grail is from Heroes 3. I think there are 4 types of... 4 possible types of the ultimate artifact you can find. But the same principles apply. No more gold. I still think I should just head on out. Yeah, let's head on out. Oh look, another obelisk. Can I defeat lots of gargoyles? Presumably I can. Oh boy. I have already lost a single troll. One troll, 3 orcs lost. That's okay, because here comes the next obelisk. Once again, that tells me basically nothing. There's the well, there's the terrain. I have no idea what that is. Now, of course, I could just defeat the enemy. And then I'll have all the time in the world to search this place for the artifact. Or presumably that would just be a straightforward victory with no need to play things out. Here's Mirini with a horde of... Let's actually leave this place. I'm not interested in any more chain lightnings being lobbed my way. Once bitten, twice shy, and so on. Is that the castle? Is it right there? Very well might be. And Flint has got quite a few units. So let's proceed with caution, with a high degree of caution. Also, let's proceed with Cyclopses, not just caution. Alright, let's head on north, why not, and then go south from there. So that's safer than going south first and then heading north, because the heroes, the enemy heroes, are coming from the north. Oh dear. Sending Brother Brax back over there. And let's finally upgrade the town to a proper castle. Give me the Thieves Guild because I need information. What can you tell me about the... Ah, there we go. Flint is the most powerful hero for blue. Blue has more castles, more heroes, the same number of towns, which is 0. If I could defeat Flint... I presumably could defeat Flint. Is it worth it though? Presumably could. He had a bit of an army, but I have 6 Cyclopses at this stage. There are bound to be blue castles in the area. Who knows, maybe the enemy is a builder. I can't afford the statue, that's a new low. Those are some paltry stats. If I just got my stuff together, got Jacqueline some reinforcements, I could very well be able to simply defeat my foes instead of running away from them. I still need to be on the lookout for that second well. It's bound to be around here somewhere, and if this game is supposed to be fair to an extent, it's presumably somewhere in the middle. Although, once again, that's just heuristics. I don't... They've got dimension doll. The golems are so sturdy. Now, thankfully, the unupgraded ones are obscenely slow. So I can deal with them from afar. Logistics on expert, there we go. I need scouting on expert at this stage. Once again, that tells me basically nothing. All the trees over here, all the trees over there, and the well. The well seems to be the most important bit of info. The clearest one. Oh, look, another town. I might as well conquer it. Build it up. Fine, I'll get the ore. Next turn, I'll get the statue over there. Maybe, just maybe, soon enough I should get that gold mine. I should get that ball rolling. Stay 6. Another obelisk is mine, and once again, a twin location with an obelisk and the building where you get more defense. Look, now we are onto something. There's a gazebo here, and a well up there. Have we seen a gazebo anywhere? Anywhere, really. It's probably somewhere around here. Oh, look, there's the well. And presumably we'll find a gazebo somewhere around here. But of course, that opens up a whole new can of worms. Namely, I still don't know the exact location. Although I could compensate for that by recruiting an enormous amount of heroes and then just plowing through the land, digging everywhere. Every 2 turns. Not the neatest of solutions, but it would get the job done. There it is. We're here. This is the place. Look at it. There's the well, and then there's the gazebo. The gazebo's right here. Think this is it. I think this is the spot. There's the well, there's the gazebo. What else is there? The trees here, and trees there. The trees here. Yes, this is it. This is the spot. I mean, well, it's not the spot. I don't have the X marking it, but this is the area. All right. As much as I would love to give even more reinforcements to Jacqueline, I think she needs them, and I think she needs them right now. Where could it be? Somewhere by the lake, presumably. But let's get those reinforcements first. It's just adorable the way the wolves tear them apart. Alright. Let's attack the other batch of dwarves now. Apparently, if you move into a location where you should be attacked by 2 stacks of units, you only get attacked by the first one. And then you get an opportunity to move away from the other one. It's funny how that plays out. But then again, I guess they don't want to... But I guess they don't want you to end up in a situation where you attack something, go through the battle, get out of combat mode and onto the adventure map, after which point you immediately get attacked by something else. Although that would be the logical thing to do. That's a good point, yes. But then again, these are dwarves, so that logic may be invalid. Seeing these, they should just turn around and flee immediately upon seeing me. I do pose an existential threat. I do mean business. They've conquered the town. Now I would love to say that that's not meant to last, but then again, am I to go there and defeat them? Presumably if I want to protect the castle of Sherman, I absolutely should do so. Might as well, I guess. Take the castle of Hilltop, deal with these guys. Oh, the mansion door is getting annoying. Unfortunately, this guy has low-tier units exclusively. Although I wouldn't count out the possibility that he already knows where to dig. Which would be horrifying as a concept. You know, I could just recruit those holds of heroes right now. It sounds pathetic, but it might be the way to go. Let's just go over there and dig. Oh, right, of course, spells blindness. That's going to be incredibly annoying. Whoa! That was Elemental Storm, wasn't it? And he's still going. He still hasn't given up. Well, I see his point. Paralyze him, and he's been paralyzed. Awesome. I've managed to defeat the main hero. He would have fled if it wasn't for the paralyze proccing at the exact right point. The giant flail of Dominion. I believe that grants +3 attack. Which is even better on a might hero than on a paltry wizard. The snake ring, no idea what that does. Probably immunity to something. Sailor's astrolabe of mobility. And that's it. Leadership or navigation? More leadership, please. That might have been the biggest threat over there. And now... let's try to execute this ludicrous plan. And just dig. Alright, where do I settle myself then? Where could it possibly be? What's a good spot? By the lake. Oh, the ground is not clear here. Fair enough. Oh boy, these blue heroes are really menacing. Fine, I need to destroy Sarek, and otherwise these guys won't be able to dig in safety. He's just going to toss down a spell and flee? No, not necessarily, not necessarily. I might need reinforcements sometime soon. That elemental storm really tore me apart. All the trolls will die. All the trolls are dead. Oh no. So much mana! And in the end he fled. That was absolutely horrifying. And I presumably should play it safe, get reinforcements and so on, but... Of course I've decided on this foolhardy course of action. Might as well see it through to the end. We'll see. This is not clear ground. Well, could it be? Maybe the sensible way to play this is to instead just find all the obelisks. Or, you know, defeat all the enemies. You know what? Never mind any of that. Congratulations, after spending many hours digging here, you have uncovered the ultimate crown. I was fully expecting myself to fail miserably with this silly little plan of mine, but apparently that is the way to go. Using blind luck, I have managed to prevail. The ultimate crown increases each of your basic skills by 4 points. Great. You have uncovered the ultimate artifact. Your quest is complete.
Our finest hour is upon us. Roland's forces have retreated to the province around his castle, and Roland, the fool, cowers in his summer palace awaiting our final strike. You have gathered your forces for this final battle. Now go! Crush the rebellion and bring my brother back in chains.